What is going on? What is going on YouTube, Twitch? I think everything's setting up right now. That is all good to go. That is all good to go. And Sportscaster is all good to go. What's up, gang? YouTube is live. Twitch is live. Sportscaster is officially live. Nice, nice, nice. Here we go. I'm excited to talk about this slate. I am actually going to be playing many of entries. I have 50 lineups in right now. And I think I'm going to stand there, but we'll see. I have 50 lineups in right now. What's up, Legalize? What's going on, man? Happy to see you in here early. Mike, the man Mike Lowry. He has been in these live streams every single day first, and he comes in second today. Legalized beats him. What's up, Terrence? What's up, Rick? What's up, Derek? King Cheats? What's going on? What's up, everybody? Actually, what I wanted to do something. This is what I wanted to do. Let me see if I can do this really, really quickly while on here. There we go. Maybe this will work. Let me quickly do this. I don't know why I didn't set this up prior, but screw it. We're not gonna do it. We'll do it the next stream. What's up? What's up, NRSR? What's up, Olson? Everybody's in here. Sal, how we doing? What's going on, Chad? I'm doing pretty well. Hope all is well with you, says Ricky. All is well, all is well. Who's everybody playing? Mike Lowry. Yeah, Lowry for sure. Sup? Pat's D, Captain Viable. So yeah, I'm gonna have a pretty strong stance on Pat's D, but I'm probably not gonna play a single Pat's defense in the 50 lineups. As of right now, I'm gonna change some of my exposures, but depending on what weather looks like come an hour from now. But I'm probably not going to play a single Pats defense in any of my lineups tonight. I'm going to take a pretty strong stance. Anyone have a feeling getting scratched, Edelman? Yeah, so Edelman and Josh Gordon are still the ones that we're waiting on, right? But yeah, what's up, everybody? Aaron Jones, captain for sure. Called into work to watch the game, LOL. You Packers or you a Patriots or a Giants fan? Damn, you called off just to watch this game, huh? Bolden in the captain spot. Pat's going to blow out and work. Yeah, I think Bolden is viable today. I have that written right down here. Bolden in max entries is definitely viable for some exposure today, without a doubt. Yeah. Brady or Jones? Brady without a doubt there for me. Patriots defense captain definitely in play. Yeah, so Patriots defense captain and just in play. It's in play. It's in play for the flex. I personally, this does not mean it's the right decision. I'm not going to play a single one. I am just going very radical in terms of fading them. Look, they're at a price point where they have to score double-digit plus fantasy points for you. If the Patriots defense has 5 sacks, a fumble, and an interception today and has 9 fantasy points, they're probably not needed at that price point based on all of the cheaper plays that are in just such smash spots for just routes run. I mean, Rhett Ellison for his price point, Cody Lattimore for his price point, even Matt LaCosse for his price point. So that's just my stance on the Patriots defense. I do have exposures run right now. I do have 50 lineups in, and I'll tweak some things, but I got 0 Patriots defense with the exposures and projections I was using, and I didn't want to manually adjust that because I felt good about it. If you think Patriots defense is a smart play, so does everyone else. Smart decision to fade. Well, that's the thing, yeah. So not only is the Patriots defense in a fantastic spot, it's a variant position. If the Patriots do not have a pick six or fumble recovery tonight, the only way that they're probably in there is if they just hold the Giants to not putting up enough points or yardage, which they can do, right? And then they can still score 20 fantasy points. But it seems very difficult that likely happens. But more times than not, I think that a fade here, especially at high ownership, and it's not even high ownership, it's a high price point. They're not $3,800, they're $6,000 plus. So I personally am probably going to fade that. Hilliman is captain. What do you think? No, I don't like it. I think Hilliman's the better play than Elijah Penny, but the Giants called up a running back from their practice squad, so it could get a little bit wonky there for sure. Can Jones still at fantasy points if the Pats D scores double digits? Yeah, he definitely can. I'm a little bit weary of Jones even at that price point. What's the most you've ever won? In a single day, $12,000. In a single contest, $10,000. Hopefully after tonight, $400,000. After the Patriots defense tonight comes in, 60, 70% owned? I don't know. Maybe not that high, but if it comes in 50, 60% owned, I'll have 0. If it's not needed in the winning lineup, I'll feel really good about my chances. Wide receiver for this game? Yeah, I like a lot of wide receivers. I like Edelman. I like Golden Tate. I like Josh Gordon. I think Jacoby Myers is someone in play. Zach Neighbors donates $1 to the stream. Thank you, Zach. If people can let me know how many people are watching, I appreciate that. I like Ellison over LaCosse, by the way, Christo over on Twitch. What's up, man? Thoughts on Ellison at only 200? Yeah, Ellison's the best point per dollar play on the slate. It's not even a question. He's going to run 30-plus routes today. And in a game where if the weather does impact it, he's going to benefit for sure from that. He's $200, and he's in a smash spot to catch 3 balls for 30-plus yards for sure. I think more times than not, Ellison catches 3 balls tonight. And if he has 20 to 30 yards, that's obviously a fantastic play at his price point. I don't trust anybody on the Giants besides the kicker and maybe Lattimore. I wouldn't trust the kicker if it's going to be bad weather. So I would trust Ellison at his price point. I would trust Lattimore maybe at his price point. And then I think you can trust Golden Tate at his price point. Is Lattimore in play tonight? Yeah, he definitely is. What's going on? Who's your daddy over there on Twitch? What's up, man? Hope you're doing well over there. How's the weather going to be like? So apparently it's going to be bad, windy, some rain, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be torrential downpours, so I don't think it's going to affect the game all that much, to be honest with you. Weather, for the most part, for me, affects kickers. Outside of kickers, it doesn't really affect much for me. And obviously, kickers aren't that big of a factor on most slates, right? Regular full slates. So for me, weather doesn't affect that much, in my opinion. Is it going to be windy? Sure. Is that going to affect 99% of the game? No. Hit that like button, says Legalize. Yeah, I appreciate that. My guy, right on time, gave up my Patriots ticket to stay home and watch my lineups live. live. Yeah, wow, yeah, you Patriots ticket? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't want to go there outside either. Can you share a suggested lineup, brother? No, I don't do that. There's no reason for me to give you suggested lineups. You'll go play it with the 5,000 other people who are going to go play it that are watching this. Well, we'll probably have 5,000 by the end of it, not live. But if you and 100 other people or 600 other people go play that lineup, it's immediately the worst lineup in the field. Why do you want to immediately dupe with people? Why do I want to give you a lineup that I can't guess the winning lineup, and at the end of the day, you're just going to come back disgruntled? Wow, we got somebody to subscribe over on Twitch. Cosmic Castaway subscribe at Twitch Prime. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So people have been subscribing over on Twitch because I'm streaming on both YouTube, Twitch, and Sportscaster right now. I'm going to open up the Sportscaster chat on my phone. So I really appreciate that. Subscribing over on Twitch. Thank you. So all donations via Twitch, via any type of thing, whether it comes to me via PayPal, Venmo, if it goes straight to the GoFundMe. But linked up down below, there's a GoFundMe. You can find out more information. I've discussed it before, but all the donations that are made on stream and also just made during the videos if I promote it, like I did for the Final Thoughts video that released today, go check it out. All donations will be donated for October to a gentleman who lost his life last year in his mid-30s, and he left his 2 toddler daughters behind. You can check that out. There's information down below. Donate if you wish, but any donations that come through this channel, I will match. I will send to the family in the beginning of November, just to make sure that they come. November will be the 1-year anniversary of that incident happening, an unexpected death in the family, and just to kind of make the holidays a little bit better, right? Something to just try and help as much as you can. Always good to do. So obviously no pressure to donate at all, but for the people that are donating or want to donate, that is where our donations are going to go for the month of October. I want to just be transparent with that. So Gordon and Edelman straight toss-up tonight. I like both of them, to be honest. In 50 lineups, I have a lot of exposure to both, but I have a lot more exposure to Edelman right now. Sal, why Ellison over Lacoste? Lacoste ran 90% of the snaps and Ellison 20% or something. Yeah, but Jannard, last week you had Evan Ingram playing. Ellison snaps last week don't matter. Ellison's going to run 30 to 35+% routes today, and he's only $200, and he's going to be more involved than Lacoste is in that offense. Wow, we have USMC subscribed on Twitch as well. Wow, we have 2 Twitch sub-primes today, Twitch Prime subs today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so if you have Amazon, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you're watching on YouTube, whatever, if you go to Twitch, you have a free sub. You can give it to me. You can give it to any of the other people who create content in the DFS space, Petty Theft, Al Zeinenfeld, Manny Laura. But you do have it, so you might as well use it. It's totally free. Jones as captain, how do you feel? No real interest in Jones as captain. Are you comfortable playing Edelman? For sure. Are Pats good against the tight end? So the Pats defense against the tight end, that's a good question, actually. I can pull up DVP stats right now. But in general, I will say their softest area is the middle of the field against the slot and tight ends. But that's not to say they're bad there. It's just that they're very dominant on the outside. Sony, viable captain? Yeah, I think he's a viable captain. He's probably a top 3 captain tonight. Sony or White? So Sony or White, I slightly like Sony, but there's a really good chance that you get a little bit of White as well. If you're like running a lot of exposure. So like right now I have a slight, if I'm playing 50 lineups, so I'm going to guess what I have. It's probably somewhere like around 20 maybe lineups with Sony and around like 18 with James White. So it's very close for me. I think both are fine. Sal, do you have much exposure? No, so I don't have a lot of exposure on Nugent. I actually came in with like close to 50% exposure on Nugent in those 50 lineups, and I manually bumped his projection down because I'm a little bit concerned about the weather, only for kickers though, really. Good evening, Sal. Good evening, Nick. Is Patriots onslaught with Pats D in the lineup, assuming 5 Patriots and 1 Giant? If you had to choose at 1 Giant, assuming you can afford it, who is it? Probably Golden Tate. Michelle and White stacked? Yeah, you can play both of them. Hey, Chris Smith donates $2 to the channel. Thank you, Chris. He says, Jets will be in top Millie lineup. Meow, listen here. Yeah, I actually really like the Jets Cowboys game this weekend for the main slate. Reason for fading Pats D ownership? Yeah, well, a couple things. It's going to be ownership. Look, me saying I'm fading the Patriots defense tonight does not mean you should. Sal, when you get a chance, throw out the updated subscriber number. Thanks. Dividends for Hope says, oh, Dividends for Hope, what's going on? Updated subscriber number. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I'll do that right now. So yeah, Dividends for Hope is going to donate $1 for every 10 subscribers we get, and then he's going to as well and their foundation. So we're at 11,000. So this is the updated subscriber number right here, 11,891. 11,891. But if we hit 15,000 in the next 3 weeks, which we're averaging like 800 subscribers a week, so if we can get that bumped up to 1,000 a week, we'll hit it. He'll donate another $400 to the charity that is listed down below in the GoFundMe. But yes, the question on why I want to fade the Patriots defense tonight, look, there's a lot of reasons. They're going to be extremely chalky. People are just going to expect them to score 20-plus points tonight, and they probably do a decent amount of the time, higher than average. But they're also not cheap. They're expensive, and you have cheap plays on this slate that are going to give you insane value at 2 wide receivers, or a tight end, 2 wide receivers, right? Maybe even 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. So that's my main reason. So it's not saying you should do it. It's probably... I don't know how often that the Patriots are needed in the winning lineup tonight, since they're high ownership, probably a decent amount. Hey, Sal, how's it going? Ready for the game tonight? What's wrong with people who have almost 350 people watching but only 6 likes? Yeah, likes are fine. I mean, on the live stream, they don't matter that much, but you're fine too if you would like. So, yeah, how many people are watching? Can somebody give me a live update? 367, somebody says. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Any tight end in play? Yeah, Red Ellison, I love. Matt Lacoste and Red Ellison are both too cheap for the routes they're going to run tonight, but Red Ellison is $200, and he's going to assume the role of Evan Ingram. Obviously not as skilled or talented, I would say, as Evan Ingram, but Red Ellison last year at the beginning of the year when Ingram was hurt, he held his own. He played decent, and now you're in a potential bad weather game with a rookie quarterback still. He's going to look that way. What's up, Sal? Hope all is going good this week. Yeah, definitely going good. Thank you, Unknown. Would you have Gordon in the captain spot? I think he's a good captain option for sure. Oh, John just did the updated subscriber count. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a ton. Sal, inactives came out. They came out. Let's go get them. Let's go get these inactives then. How about that? Somebody yelling my name there. So we're going to do Patriots, right? Why am I not getting the Patriots page? I want the Patriots page. All right, let's get these inactives. So no Patriots inactives are out there at least. Where'd you see the Patriots inactive? I started Jones and Brady. Jones and Brady. It seems okay. Sal, taking the DFS world by storm, says Michael. What's up, man? Appreciate that. Yeah, I was on Pat Mayo on Monday. Pat's an awesome guy, man. Lots of fun and really, really supporting me in the work that I'm doing. So I really appreciate him for that. So I'll be back there on Monday. And then, yeah, Awesome as always, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. James White, Pat's D or Slayton? James White for me there. Mr. Bean says Big T DFS. What's going on? Yeah, people call me Mr. Bean. I really have no idea who that is. I've looked it up. I guess it's some movie. I don't know. But that's fine. I guess I don't know if it's the eyebrows. It must be the eyebrows, right? Not the slick fade though. Not the slick fade. I don't see Mr. Bean with one of them slick fades. Big T DFS. I don't know why I've seen that before, but I've seen that name before. Mr. Chad P says Tate or Gordon at captain. Tate or Gordon at captain. They both project out very close. Gordon projects out a little bit higher. So I'll go Gordon there barely. Do you do MLB? Yeah, I do MLB. Yo, what up, Sal? What's up, Ayo Rhino? What's up, my man? Count your Benjamin still from the Monday Night Slate a couple slates ago. My man won 250K. Mr. Bean is a popular British, played by Rowan Atkinson. He was hilarious. Gotcha. I'm assuming it's the eyebrows, right? Ellison at captain? Yeah, no, that's a little bit too thin for me. British actor, comedian. Have you seen the new 3-player contest on FanDuel? I have not, no. Lineup for tonight, DK. Thanks, bro. Yeah, no, I don't do that, man. Will Gilmore shadow Slayton? No, probably not. And McCourty's actually playing better than Gilmore right now, to believe it or not. They're both playing just so good. Inactives, they don't come out for like another 2 minutes, right? Ready to take it down again tonight. Yeah, how many lineups you playing, Ayo Rhino? I mean, now you have the bigger bankroll, but I know you played, 22, I think you said, hand build? For some reason, you remind me of Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, yeah, he's like, the radical? I guess he's like backed up by data or whatever, but I've heard of him. Josh Gordon going ham. Gordon or Sony at captain? Yeah, I prefer wide receivers over running backs. So in terms of captain interest, that's a toss-up for me, honestly. I'm going to have exposure to both in the captain. I'm going to have low exposure to both in the captain, probably lower. So Gordon or Sony, I'll say for this game script, Sony, but Gordon's like up there as like one of the top 5 captains. James White or Will Fuller this week? Like this week, Will Fuller. I love all the content, Sal. You've been really helping me get into the world of DFS. You bet, man. You can leave 5K and you'll still be fine. Yeah, so I have my maximum money spent on my fantasy cruncher set to $49,000. So I'm leaving at least $1,000 on the table in all my lineups. He says 52 lineups tonight, hand built again. Damn, you hand built them all. Ayo, I know. I guess that my question to you is, how are you tracking your exposures? Like, how are you making sure you don't have 80% of 3 guys or something like that? Which maybe you do want it, but I guess that's my question. not like slighting you at all. I'm like actually curious because I mean I was hand building 20 maxes for a while, and I just was getting tired of trying to track my exposures in Excel and pull them out and edit the entries, whatever it might be. Thanks a lot for answering questions, man. Yeah, no problem. Rhino, who's going off tonight? Would it be wise to go with a full Pats lineup? I mean, you can't. You have to play at least one Giant. But I have also on Fantasy Cruncher, I have it set to at least give me 2 players from each team. So I'm not doing any 5-in-1 man. So if a 5-in-1 man wins it tonight, you know that I'm nowhere near winning it. But right now I'm doing all 4. The least players that I can get is 2. Slayton or Hillman? Hillman for me there, actually. I'm just not high on Slayton tonight. I know he has the upside, but this is a brutal matchup for both receivers on the outside. So if you're going to play one, you might as well play the guy who's $800 in Cody Lattimore. They both have brutal matchups. McCourty and Stephon Gilmore are both top 10 in cornerback play so far this year. I don't track exposures. I just build it and forget it. Yeah, that's dangerous. That's the problem. I mean, obviously you can tell if you have a duped lineup because it'll say there's 2 of this one. But that's dangerous in my opinion. You can't do a full team on DK. No, you can't do 6 players from one team. You have to have at least 1 from the other team. I got 4 Pats, 2 Giants. Yeah, that sounds fine. What changed your opinion on James White? Rex Burkhead being out. That's pretty much it. Rex Burkhead officially being out gave me more confidence in Sony Michel, and Sony Michel's passing game work ran the most routes he ever did last week at 21, which makes him very viable. And the opinion change on James White, slightly due to weather, not much though, maybe slightly due to weather, but more so due to Rex Burkhead being out. Myers is a great matchup, though, am I right? He's going against Baker, who is allowed 147. Yeah, I mean, Jacoby Myers is going to be the wide receiver 3 tonight. How often are they going to use 11 personnel in the second half? Probably not that often based on how this game goes. I think this is a game where Tom Brady throws 28 times throwing, and you're probably going to see half of those to tight ends and running backs. So Jacoby Myers, for me, is not even going to be on the field 50+% of the time, so it's tough for me to do that. Sal, I hand build, use Excel, I just use it, use a count function, then divide 29 to get my percent. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the thing. I just don't want to do that. I want the optimizer to do it for me. Start White and Michelle. White will get receiving targets. Yeah, I think starting White and Michelle is definitely fine. James White is captain. That seems fine. Rain in the second half. Okay. And yeah, once I get off of this at 7. What time did I go on? At 6. So yeah, once I get off of this at 7:30, I'll be checking. Do you have any concerns with high winds? No, not really. Brady as captain, 3 touchdowns passes possible. So what you need out of Brady as captain and 3 touchdown passes is you need him to just not have a lot of yards, none of his receivers to have a lot of yards, and the touchdowns to be separate, so I'm not going to do it. What up, Sal? Love your perspective on DFS. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Rick. I know Jenkins is trash, but will he shadow Gordon? Let's check. Has he been shadowing? I would say Janoris Jenkins can try and shadow Gordon, and that's going to be a fantastic matchup for Gordon, so maybe we actually like that a little bit more if he shadows Gordon. Let's see the shadow chart. Janoris Jenkins so far has shadowed the first 3 weeks of the season. He did not shadow the last 2 weeks. So I would say that he's probably likely to shadow Gordon, but I don't think that's going to hurt. Sal, is the optimizer you use free? Also 552 watching. Hey, 552? No, it's not free, but it's free for the next month if you sign up through FanDuel, I believe, Fantasy Draft or Fantasy Cruncher. What's up, my fellow degenerates, says somebody. Love your channel, Sal. Thanks, man. Gosh, no Pats kill rookie QBs, especially at home. Yeah, I don't want Daniel Jones today. You have an NBA course in Patreon? Thanks, man. Hey, donate $2 to the stream, Matt Andrews. No, my NBA course is going to come out in January. I just don't have the time right now to be doing it. Once the NFL postseason comes and there's less games and content to cover, I will have my course out. Sal, who's better, Penny or Hillman? Hillman for sure. Penny, they activated another running back. So Penny is going to go back to his role as a fullback, in my opinion, tonight. He's been a fullback for the last year, Elijah Penny. So now that they activated a backup running back, he's going to go back to his role as a fullback, if I had to guess. So if you're playing Elijah Penny tonight, hold your nose because you're probably getting 2 to 3 touches out of him. Red Ellison without Daniel Jones in the lineup, yeah, that's completely fine. Thank you, Sal. No problem, man. Playing all 20 lineups, is Gordon/Michelle captain for all lineups fine? Yeah, I would want exposure to Edelman, to be honest with you, but it seems okay. Penny for your thoughts, says somebody. Yeah, no interest in Elijah Penny tonight. Zero interest. Edelman or Hillman? Edelman, I mean, for sure. Is Edelman active or not? He should be active. I'll check if the inactives came out right now. Let's check New England's. Still no inactives. Has somebody seen the inactives for this game? What time? If it starts at 8:30, I guess they wouldn't be out yet. I don't know what time it starts. Probably starts at 8:30, right? Is 3,300 left on the table too much? No, I don't think so. Around how many lineups do you play for these? It depends. Some nights I play 0. Some nights I play 1. Tonight I'm playing 50. Sal, what about playing both Pats running backs? Yeah, that's fine. Michelle and White are fine to play together on a one-game slate. If this game gets out of hand, is there any chance Eli comes in for a quarter and a half in garbage time? I would say no. No. Eli Manning should not step on the football field again for the New York Giants. They should not, even if they're out of the postseason and everything, the last game of the year, they should not put Eli Manning back on the field. They should not do any of that. They should not be taking away this shine and just any of the confidence that they have in Daniel Jones. They should not do any of that, just any of that BS. At the end of the year, right now, never. Eli Manning should only come back on the field if Daniel Jones gets injured. I have a very strong stance on that. I have a very strong stance that they should have cut Eli Manning and just moved on instead of benching him. But what are you going to do? White or Edelman as a captain? I like Edelman more. What does X mean on your chart? It means like a maybe. I put the Patriots defense on here as a maybe because I want people to know out there that they're definitely in play. I personally will have 0 out of 50 lineups with the Patriots defense. That's just where I'm going. 8:20 start time. So the inactive should come out right now, an hour and a half before lock, I believe, which is right now, 8:50 or 6:50. So yeah. They aren't out quite yet, so it should be any second. Is Lattimore good? He's not a good player, but he is in a terrible matchup, but he's $800 and probably going to run over 30 routes tonight, so definitely a good spot. Tater Edelman. I like Edelman more. Should I play Stoney Michel tonight in a standard league? It seems like a good spot. He's probably going to run a lot of routes or a lot for his concerns. How concerned are you about the weather? The weather makes me not want as much kickers. It does not get me off of really anything else. The light rain does not look like heavy rain, so it's not going to affect the game. The wind gusts that you're seeing everybody freak out about are going to come through here and there. There's a very rare chance that they come through at the exact time that the 4 or 5 30-plus yard passes are attempted tonight in this game. So, no, it doesn't really bother me. 90 minutes before the game in 10 minutes. So, in 10 minutes, Sal, my dude. Somebody said the game starts at 8:20, so it should be right now. If it starts at 8:20, it's 6:51, so the inactive should have came out. Don't you think the Patriots wide receivers aren't in play? Why wouldn't if you're telling me the Patriots wide receivers are not in play, you're dealing with like 5 people you could play tonight because so many people are already out. So, yeah, Rex Burkhead is for sure out. Yep, he's already ruled out because they're going to run heavy. They can run heavy. They're still going to pass. They have a 30-point total. You think they're just going to run 60 times tonight? Brady's not going to pass once. Brady's going to throw the ball at least 25 times tonight. Likely more times than not, he gets closer to 30. So, yes, that makes the wide receivers very much in play against this bottom-of-the-barrel secondary. And also, if this field is slick, that only helps the offenses. The offensive player knows which way he's running. If you're a wide receiver, you know that you actually want to go right. But when you juke, the guy on the defense doesn't know which way you're going. It's harder to get your footing down when it's bad weather. So anytime that there's rain, it actually helps the offenses. People just freak out. Oh, it's raining. They have the stickiest gloves ever. They can catch the ball in a downpour, and it's only going to be light rain. And then, yeah, they know where they're going. They have the advantage there over the defense. Slayton in play tonight. I don't like the price point for him. I think he's too priced up for the matchup. Darius Slayton at $6,000. Just give me a little bit more salary. Get me an extra $1,000 to Golden Tate, who's in a much better matchup in the slot. Avoid McCourty, avoid Stephon Gilmore. Or just go all the way down to $800 Cody Lattimore, who's in just as worse of a matchup for $5,200 less. So why not? 591 watching. Yeah. If you're watching right now, hit the subscribe button. I don't know if he's still in here right now, but we have a individual with his organization. They're going to donate $1 for every 10 subscribers this channel gets until the end of October, and then they're going to donate that. He is donating like frequently through Venmo, but we're going to send that to the family that is linked up in the GoFundMe below. You can check it out if you want. Really cool of him. So thank you again. How can I get a copy of that chart? This chart right here. So I put all my stat sheets on Patreon. This one I haven't been putting on Patreon. I don't know if it really helps people, but I guess I could be screenshotting it and putting it on Patreon. So let me do that. Let me screenshot this and put this on Patreon. I should be doing that for these actually. I do my cash game tiers on Patreon, so I don't want to be showing the tiers, but I'll put this up on Patreon right after this. But yeah, if you join Patreon, 15 mile per hour winds and no rain right now. Yeah, 15 mile per hour winds and no rain. If that's how that holds up, that affects 0 part of the game, and I actually have more interesting kickers then. Tater Edelman, LOL. Edelman. Do you think Hillman will get the targets, or is there a better receiving back? He ran the most routes last week, so he probably gets the targets, but that doesn't mean he's going to run or be a priority in the passing game. He wasn't last week or the week before. The weather is much better than initially feared, it seems. That's always what happens. I've never seen a game outside of very heavy snow where 99% of the time the weather is fine at kickoff. And everybody freaks out for 3 days straight, telling me in the YouTube comments, oh, you should be more concerned about the weather. I said to every single person, I'll check the weather at 7:30 to 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and then I'll make my decision instead of panicking now. Yeah, Jason Cornell says, oh my God, it's raining. #panic. Is Ellison in play? Yeah, he's definitely in play, man. He's way too cheap. He's going to run 30 to 40 routes tonight, if not more. Lattimore, Ellison, Sal. I like Ellison more there. Is Golden Tate really worth it? Yeah, he has the best matchup for this team. Him and Red Ellison in the middle of the field is the way, if any, that you attack the Patriots. Sorry, did you say Lat over Hilleman? Probably. Yeah, Dividends for Hope is the organization. He's still in here. He says you're damn right. Yeah, so Dividends for Hope. You can check out their organization. It seems like a pretty interesting organization. If the YouTube video I watched in the Twitter, if I remember correctly, or I at least interpreted it correctly, instead of just recycling, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, Dividends for Hope in here, YouTube channel, instead of just recycling organizational charities, right? I donate to an organization, then they donate to another organization. It seems like you're pooling money from investments so that you have the dividends. So you're getting new money into the ecosystem. That's what I interpreted. I could be wrong, but yeah, if not, let me know and I can say it differently, but it seems pretty cool. Gordon going off. Yeah, Gordon has a fantastic matchup. I mean, all these guys have a fantastic matchup, and Gordon is probably the best matchup of the year for him. So, yeah, it's fine. Gordon breakout. Yeah, he definitely could be. Go-to captain for this game? It's going to have to be Aaron Rodgers. 679 are watching, says my sister. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. She says, keep it up, bud. Almost a 700. That's that inspiration, the family inspiration right now. Motivation, really. Lattimore or Ellison, says Ryan. Give me Ellison there. Inactives are out. Perfect. That's what we've been waiting for over here. Whew. Inactives are out. Where are they at, though? They ain't on the Giants page. Let's see if New England. I guess they're going to be on Roto World usually like 5 minutes later. Here we go. Inactives. Philip Dorsett as we expected. Rex Burkhead as we expected. Damian Harris continues to be out. That only helps Sony Michel. So the inactives there are as expected, I would say. Let's check the Giants inactives. Does not seem to be out right now. Cool. Play James White tonight or wait for news on David Johnson / Edwards. I have all three. I would wait for news. I think David Johnson, if he plays, is the better play than James White. I think Edwards, if David Johnson doesn't play, is the better play than James White. Inactives are out. Everyone knew that. Should I put Element over Gordon? I think I would. Goodish, Sal. What do you mean goodish? Brady on captain? Not for me. 4 Pats, 2 Giants. And it seems okay, yeah. I see a whole lot of Patriots tonight. Early stages, I've been slacking, says David Interrupt. There you go. So, you like Jacoby Myers tonight? Kind of, not really. Yup, and only disperse dividends, so it lasts forever in theory. That makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. So just continue to live off of that in a way. The nest egg, right? The nest egg. That's pretty cool. Rhett at least 7 points. I mean, at least is a small. If you're saying that Red Ellison's floor tonight is 7 points, then he should be 100% owned in everybody's lineup. No, 7 points is probably close to a median projection, though, for sure. This seems like a perfect matchup. For who? I don't know what you said before that, Chase Williams. Myers tonight? Nah, not for me. He said Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. I know Aaron Rodgers is not on the slate. If you're new to the channel, if you try and ask me who my captain is or who my favorite play is on the slate, I'm just going to tell you Aaron Rodgers. If you want to know that information, it's in Patreon. 721. Cool. Yeah, somebody says Aaron Rodgers, ? Yes. I'm a Packers fan. If he's not on the slate and people ask me for my favorite play as if I'm just like going to tell you everything that I know, then the answer will be Aaron Rodgers. I think somebody just signed up for Patreon, so welcome aboard. You can get all those tiers that you want. And yeah, I'll put this chart in here right afterwards. So appreciate you signing up. Thank you. Tater Hilleman, who will get the most DK points? I mean, Tate's projected for more, so that tells you that. And he's a lot more expensive, though. I just bet the under 42.5 on the game. What do you all think? I think if you bet it because of the weather, you completely overreacted. And I think if you bet a sporting event this close to lock, you're never going to win long term. That's not saying that you're not going to win tonight, but the line is so solidified. Any advantage that you had in getting the better number in the line early in the week, the weather, whatever, it's already gone. So you have no advantage. You're pretty much just tossing a coin. Like, you have a better chance now to probably go play roulette at the casino than win long term sports betting if you're placing your bets an hour before lock. Who do you prefer, Gordon or White? I think that I slightly prefer James White there. Sony touch projection? Yeah. If I had to guess, like, overall touch projection in terms of, like, on the ground and in the air, it's probably somewhere close to 20. Inactives are out. Yep. Have you been playing NBA preseason? No, I have not. I've been tracking it, but I've not been playing it. James White or Pats D? James White. I'm not playing any Pats D tonight, Matthew. 0 in 50 lineups. White or Pats D? White. 17,700 for Brady at captain is rough. Yeah, I agree. I don't want that. Giants defense is improving. Yeah, okay. Because they played what? Dwayne Haskins in mop-up duty? Yeah, okay. Ellison is 300, not 200. No, Ellison is 200. Ellison is 300 if you put him in the captain spot, which is a bad idea. Sal, what's your favorite play? Aaron Rodgers. 770 are watching. You think we can get to 1,000 on a showdown slate? That'd be crazy. We have yet to hit it. We hit 900. I looked at it. 996 people last Sunday. 996, and you all had to leave. Whoever left didn't hit us to 1,000. Crazy. So who is your favorite captain if the Packers are on the showdown slate? Yeah, that's a really good question. I just say like a random person who I know is not on the slate. It'll be somebody random that like Patrick Mahomes or something. Rodgers and Adams look real nice tonight. Might squeeze Jones in as well. Yeah, Adams, he seems doubtful though. Lattimore, Ellison from you there. Edelman over Brady for captain and cash. Yeah, I wouldn't be playing cash in these slates, but yeah, that's where I would go. Any MVP ideas on FanDuel? Vic, I really can't help you there. I don't play on FanDuel. I think that format is really, really bad. I think Showdown already is a bad format, and then you tell me that I have to do it just like 3 times as worse on FanDuel. Just stick to Draftkings, if I'm being honest with you. Who scores the most DK points from the Giants? And more times than not, it's either Golden Tate, John Hillman, or Daniel Jones. That doesn't help you, but they're also close. I would say Golden Tate. Edelman is active. Okay, good. Yeah, he's active. I saw all the inactives for the Patriots. I'm just trying to see the Giants inactives, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We already know all the news on the Giants, right? I was just seeing if there's any defensive injuries that we were not accounting for. Yeah. Also, if you want, go follow me on Twitter right now. We're like very close to 3,000. We're like 30 away. That's pretty cool. Bolden question mark? Yeah, if you're 150 maxing or entering a ton of lineups, Brandon Bolden is pretty cool. He's a pretty cool play today, but he's like a more time than not 2 fantasy points than getting you 8 to 10. So I'm not gonna have a ton. If I enter 50 lineups, I probably have like 2 Brandon Boldmans. Who's the hammer tonight, Sal? Says Justin P. I don't know what that means. The late game hammer. There's only one. Favorite captain is White or Michelle. Out of those guys, I like Michelle a little bit more, but it's close. Well, is it counting Twitch question mark? No, this is just YouTube in terms of like you viewers on YouTube. So Twitch, I think how many people are over there on Twitch? CK. So like I'm not streaming on YouTube right now. Well, I'm streaming on all of them, but like primarily it's just going out on a third-party service. Weather doesn't make you even think Pats D. No, I think the Pats D is a fine play. Look. I'm not sitting here like an airhead. I understand that the Patriots defense are as good of a play as they'll ever be at the actual spot. But when you factor in price point and you factor in that you have players that are, in my opinion, $6,000 cheaper than them who have upside tonight, and then you factor in that they're going to be wildly over-owned tonight because they're a defense, and if they don't score a touchdown, there's a really good chance they're not needed. Yeah, I'm just going to avoid Pat Steve. If they end up scoring a touchdown tonight, most of my lineups are probably dead. But if they don't score a touchdown tonight and they end up with 9 fantasy points, sure, you might think that they're already locked in for 20 points. They're in a great spot. They're playing a rookie QB against Bill Belichick's defense in a bad weather game. I understand all of this, but if you want to win a showdown slate and you're going to play all the players that everybody else is and spending all your salary cap, you're not going to win the showdown slate. So I completely understand that if the Pats D goes for 20-plus fantasy points tonight, I'm not winning a damn thing, and I personally am fine with that. Where are you from? I'm originally from Staten Island, New York. Family moved to Pennsylvania, and now live in North Carolina. I don't know what you mean by the hammer, whoever this guy's asking. Hey, Sal, you've got 2 streams live. Just wanted to let you know there are a few other on the other stream that's waiting for you. Yeah, I don't know what these people are saying. Like, I don't know why these people can't find a live stream. This is the link. I don't know why people are going to the other one. Well, you have 20 on Twitch as well, says Blake. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we got 20 on Twitch. That's good. In 20 lineups, would you ever take a strong stance and just lock in one captain? Yes. If you feel good about it, yes. What's your favorite style/format on DraftKings? Usually 3 maxes in the mid stakes, like $150 3 max it out for right now. If I hit one of those, then I'll start to 150 max more. What's the story behind you being a Packers fan? My dad and his older brother growing up like the Packers. My dad was the youngest brother. His older brother really liked watching whoever it was, Bart Starr or something. And then they just became fans, and now I'm a fan as well. Thoughts on Izzo? No interest in Izzo. He ran 7 routes last week. No interest. What did he say? White or Michelle? Sorry, missed it. Slightly like Michelle more in captain, but only slightly. Bama says, any of you guys watching this stream that are not a part of the Patreon, you're doing it all wrong. Appreciate that, Bama. Yeah, man. I'm pumping out, I would say on average, 25 hours a week at least on Patreon content in terms of the time I'm putting in. The 10-page game-by-game notes that I have on Patreon right now, I think alone are probably worth the Patreon fee for the basic membership. But we have the leverage show tomorrow morning. We have the Sunday morning show. We have the live stream on Wednesdays. We have all the snap counts, information, and notes. We have all the targets and touches notes. We have all the tiers for showdown slates Monday and Thursday. We have the projections. Yeah, stat sheets. What else? Cash game tiers. Like that. Yeah, lots going into it, but I love it, so it's fun. You think 4K leftover is stretching it, Sal? No, I don't think so. Jones has fumbles issues and will take sacks with no weapons. No TD necessary. No TD necessary. The Patriots can have 3 turnovers and 4 sacks tonight. That's 10 fantasy points. Maybe it's needed, but they're 6,200. If they were 3,800, their 10 fantasy points is needed. If they're 6,200 and multiple other players score double-digit fantasy points and they're not needed, well, then they're not needed. Look, I'm not saying the Patriots are a bad play. I'm saying that this is where I'm taking my stance, and I don't think you should take this stance if you don't want to. Do not follow in my footsteps because more times than not, it doesn't work out tonight. But if all 50 of my lineups don't have the Patriots defense, and the Patriots defense isn't needed, and yes, it's probably more times than not touchdown dependent, no matter how many people want to sit in here and say, Patriots are going to have 12 sacks tonight. More times than not, you're probably going to need a touchdown for them to actually be in the winning lineup, in my opinion. Especially at that price point. Like, why'd you choose NC? It's warmer. The city that I live in, the Raleigh area, is absolutely beautiful. It's affordable in this area. Raleigh's cost of living is pretty much the same as the national average, which is insane because they're a very affluent neighborhood around here in terms of how much they pay on average. But it doesn't matter for me, right? My salary doesn't change wherever I am. You're the man, Sal. No, you are. Hey, Sal, what do you mean Aaron Rodgers and the captain? Is this the code? Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and the captain is just a joke. I don't just tell people like who the best captain play is. I'll give you options. Wide receivers are who I like in the captain spot, then running backs. And that pretty much ends there. Hey, Sal, single entry for all the monies. Your 2 must-haves are Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. 49ers defense had 0 touchdowns and still had 19 DK points. That's even better. That makes me feel even better. You think it's going to happen 2 times in a row? We'll see. If you think what happened on Monday night is the predictor to what happens on Thursday night, whew, you better take all your money out of those entries, my man. How's your day, Sal, says Jeremiah. Jeremiah, thanks for asking. It's pretty good. It's Latimer, not Marshawn Lattimore. It's Cody Latimer, yes. What's the most you've won, Sal? In a single contest, $10,000. In a single day, same day, $12,000. What's the price on Patreon? It's $20 for the basic package. There's tiers. You can check it out. I'll post the link. It's $20 for the basic package, and there's a $35 tier. And then I think there's only 2 or 3 spots left in the Hall of Fame tier, which gets you access to everything, every sport, and also a Discord. Sal's the GOAT to somebody. No, not at all. How many people are watching? Are we going to hit 900? 7,500 left on the table. That seems like a lot. Saw you achieved your dream of working on Awesemo. Whoever said that was my dream? It's fun, but man, I got bigger goals. Not that Awesemo's not big. I really like Awesemo. I like working with them, but man, 6 figures YouTube, subscriber count, maybe more, and then really big goals. So I mean, the dream is not to work on Awesemo. I think they're great guys, but I mean, if that was my dream, then what am I doing here? How do I become part of the Patreon? You follow that link that I just put in there, Michael. You can check it out. Yeah, if you guys want to get in on the Patreon, you can check it out. If you are a Patreon, you still have the $100 off my daily fantasy course option. Nobody else gets that anymore. It ended on Sunday. Basically, go to Sal for information to further gain on understanding of the plays and value on the slate. Don't look to make him... Yeah, exactly. Look, that's perfectly said, King Rock Kid. Like, strategies are going to be different, and they should be different. If I knew the perfect strategy for every Showdown slate, I wouldn't be a terrible Showdown slate player. Or maybe not terrible, but... in terms of like winning these big slates, they're very hard to do. So if I think there's an edge somewhere, I'll take it. Yes, this is a beautiful spot for the Patriots defense. They're probably going to be in the winning lineup, right? More times than not tonight. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with losing all of my entry fees if they are. But if they're not, and I have 50 live lineups in there and only 20 or 30 or 40% of the field is left over, then that's where I'm going. But that's just my personal stance. I'm not saying that it's the right way to play it. I don't know the right way to play a Showdown slate, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody does. I think it's very random and lucky, and a lot of that comes into play is in terms of fading plays that are highly variant, and the defense is highly variant. Is it okay to use White and Michelle, or is that bad correlation? No, on a Showdown slate, you can play both. You can play both. White and Michelle, yep, it's fine. Thank you, Sal. Yeah, no problem. Hey, Sal, I meant for tonight's game on the single entry slate. Yeah. I know. You asked for my top 2 plays. I said Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. If you're new here, that's what I say whenever anybody asks for my best plays. NC, I love it. Stay in NC too. I stay in NC too. Yeah, NC's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Are you putting Hilliman in? I have Hilliman in a small percentage of my lineups. Maybe 10, maybe 10 out of those 50. Probably closer to like 7 or 8. I'm very concerned about them calling up a running back from the practice squad. Like, Hilliman has shown nothing. Like, nothing at all. So they might actually just go away from Hilliman. Not saying that's going to happen, but there's a good chance. Any concern about inexperienced outside receivers for the Giants versus the Patriots quarterback? Feeling like a cocktail for failure. Yeah, I completely agree. These Patriots quarterback, Jason McCourty, is playing out of his mind right now. Top 5 cornerback. We know Stephon Gilmore is just usually a top 5 quarterback when it's all said and done. So I completely agree. But Cody Lattimore is $800 on this slate. I don't like Darius Slayton at $6,000. Can he burn somebody on a broken coverage and have a 60-yard touchdown? Yes. Is he going to continuously run crisp routes and get open? No. Not in this matchup. No. I provide all the information. I appreciate all the information you provide. I may have to invest in your links. Appreciate that, man. Post a link for Patreon. Yeah, I did. Did it not post? Here we go. Let's do this. There it is. $8.95. Wow, we're going to hit 900 on Thursday night slate. That's crazy. If we had 1,000, I got 20 more minutes here. If we had 1,000, everybody stay in, hang out. What are we doing? That'd be crazy. Sorry I'm late. No, you're all good. I'm going to join. Appreciate that, Chase. Yeah, that's the link. Sal, 15 sacks. Lock it up. Yeah. It could happen. White or Hilleman? White for sure. What's the weirdest lineup on a showdown you've ever seen win? The Super Bowl lineup that he actually reached out to me. I can't remember the name right now off the top of my head. But the Super Bowl lineup, it was just a lineup that built around low things happening, like both defenses or both kickers or something, and then Edelman in the captain spot. So yeah, the Super Bowl lineup, the guy who took down the million. I don't know why I can't remember his name. He's from Occupy Fantasy. He reached out about doing a show. I'm going to see if maybe we can set something up on one of these Thursdays. Damn, I gotta watch out for Sal now. LOL. He lives in my city. Mike Laurie, you're in NC. Are you the one who said you live in Cary? I went to Cary a couple weeks back. Actually, there was like a festival there. You were probably there. It was really, really cool. It was like an art festival, tons of food, really cool. Dang, I hit 72K one time and 20K week one. It says I am the gauge. Congrats, that's awesome. If you think New England dominates, play 2 running backs and a defense. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good strategy. Good truths now, says Nick. Appreciate that. This game is ugly. Good luck. Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on Myers? Meh. He's going to be the wide receiver 3. They're not going to need a lot of 11 personnel tonight. He probably plays 40% of the snaps. He's too expensive in my opinion. And that's it. Hey, Sal, just became a Patreon. Is your game notes only for Draftkings? My game notes are going to be like a matchup base. It's going to be like a matchups column. They will include maybe sometimes Draftkings pricings in terms of how much I like the player, but they're pretty much for both. They're both. Like you could use it for anything really. My game notes will help you for anything. Yes. No, Burkhead is out. He's not playing. Sal, you the man, says Justin. No, you are. Sal, if you don't mind asking, on GBP tournaments, what is the GPP, I imagine? What is the average you spend? It depends. If I'm playing, it depends. Like, I don't really play. Like, these slates tonight, I have 550 lineups into the $10. But, like, on a weekend slate, I don't usually play a ton of the Millie Maker. I don't usually play a ton of the contests. What I play on the weekend is the 3 maxes. I'll max out the 3 max, $150. That'll give me $450 in play there. If another one pops up, I'll max that out. I'll max out all the lower stakes. I don't know, like, right now, maybe a few thousand. So, are you utilizing Awesemo's Fantasy Cruncher? Awesemo's Fantasy Cruncher is just Fantasy Cruncher. I don't know what you mean there. What does that mean? But yes, I mean, since I'm an Awesemo contractor, I get access to Awesemo's tools and everything, and then I get access to Fantasy Cruncher. But it's not Awesemo's Fantasy Cruncher. They're just partners. Thank you, Buck Fan. He cheers 5 bits over on Twitch. Appreciate that, man. Hope you're enjoying your week. Hope you are as well. Watchers are dropping, somebody says. Yeah, man, we're like an hour from lock. That always happens. Why do you like GPP over cash and showdown slates? Thanks. Showdown slates are extremely variant. Your cash games are supposed to be where you put safe money to try and invest and win. If a showdown slate is that variant and you have variance in cash that you can't control for, why would you put your safe money in there? So I just personally don't think it's smart. Sal, Monday night flatline me. Let's get it tonight. Yeah, I mean, Monday night showdown slates are going to flatline you. Red Ellison, yeah, very good play, I think. What if Slayton goes off? Yeah, if Slayton goes off, then I'll probably have very few, maybe 1 or 2 lineups. He can go off, sure. He's overpriced, in my opinion, for the matchup. Is it stupid to have only 1 player from the Giants? I wouldn't say stupid. I mean, this would be the game that you would want to do it, but I have it set so that I get at least 2 players from every single team in all my lineups. Lattimore or Ellison? Ellison for me. Sal, do you watch all the replay games? Yeah, I watch like all those like little 15 or 10-minute clips the day after when they put them up on YouTube, and then I put it on 2x speed. So I watch every single game, every single important play in about an hour. And then people get on my case. You didn't sit on your couch for 12 hours straight and watch the games? Some days I do. Most weekends I probably don't. I got things to do, my man. But yeah, you can watch every single game that happens in about an hour the next day. And you're going to tell me, oh, but you didn't get to watch the 2-yard run. That didn't mean anything. Yeah, I'm good. I can miss that one. I'm all good. Any penalty that matters, any play that matters, any injury that matters, all of that is shown in those recaps in 10 minutes. And then you put it on 2x speed and you watch it in 5 minutes. 10 free memberships if you hit 1K, somebody says. 10 free memberships to what? Is Golden Tate a good play against the Pats? Yeah, in the slot, I think he's okay. Kickers are highly owned. Yeah, in cash. What part of Staten Island in Prince Bay? Oh, I used to live in Rossville. I don't live there anymore. Sal, also from NC, near Asheville area. Wow, ping pong. You live in the Asheville area? My girlfriend and I want to take a trip to Asheville in the next month or so. It looks beautiful from pictures. Hopefully you can let me know if it is. But yeah, Charlotte here. What's up? Yeah, I've never been to Charlotte. I'm in Durham, Sal. Been in a Cary a lot. Wow, cool. Do you sleep? Yeah, I sleep from around 9:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. every day, so I get 7 hours in. Sal, are you utilizing Awesemo's Fantasy Cruncher? I use Fantasy Cruncher, yes. It's not Awesemo's, though. Tom Brady milestone tonight. Okay. Tom Brady worth it being in the lineup? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, bro, I was out there. I just moved to Cary last week. I was in Raleigh for 15 years. Oh, awesome. Cool. Yeah. I went to the Italian festival I went to the Italian festival last week in downtown Raleigh in the what's the street where like the Raleigh Beer Garden's on? I don't remember. Should I run Edelman tonight or go with two Evans, Boyd? I would go with Boyd and Lockett. Favorite receiver / tight end for the Giants tonight? I like Ellison's price point. That doesn't mean I think he scores the most, but I like his price point. Is Rex playing? No, he's out. Sony Michel or James White in the captain. Slightly prefer Michel, but like James White might be like my next interest there. Hey Sal, this is a sneaky play. Use Lacoste. Get some of the short work from Brady in the rain, especially in the end zone. Yeah, I think Lacoste is okay. I had interest earlier, but I think I'd rather just pay down for Ellison, who's going to have maybe even a better role. Just signed up for the Hall of Fame on Patreon. Let's get it. Hey, my man Chris just signed up for the Hall of Fame on Patreon. I think there's only like 1 or 2 Hall of Fame spots left. Because I have it set to not have just unlimited, because it's going to allow you to have access to Discord. So make sure you link it, watch the video in the Discord. But I can't personally answer everybody anymore because so many people reach out. So we have 5 left, I think now. Cool. So that's filling up. That's awesome. Slayton goes off. I'm screwed. That's fine. Sal, should I prefer single entry over big GPP to build bankroll? If you're playing in Showdown slates, just play the big GPP. But if you're starting out to try and build a bankroll, yeah, I would play single entry. If you're trying to build a bankroll through winning a smaller tournament, yeah, that's definitely what you want to do. What are the best tools you've found since becoming a professional, Sal, for research? Think your knowledge is unbelievable. It's not about the best tools, man. I just have time. Like, I'm doing this full time. By the end of the week, in terms of the content I put out and have to be prepared for, I probably put in about 40 to 50 hours a week of just research. Then in terms of producing the content and being on screen for the content, another 10 to 15 hours a week. So yeah, it's about 80-hour work weeks right now. So it's not like a magical tool. I use about 12 different websites for information. I read articles daily nonstop. Like, it's not just some shortcut. I don't have like one Twitter page that tells me all my information. I use PFF. I read every single beat writer's reports from the day. I track the injuries every single day. I use Football Outsiders. These are paid sites right now. I use Next Gen Stats. I use Fantasy Pros for just looking at stats. I use my own models that I have. It's a lot. I don't know. There's not like a single answer. It's just that on average a week I probably put in, like on Sundays when you guys are watching the games, the second those 1 o'clock game ends, I'm pulling the stats. I'm scrapping the stats. I'm scrapping all the targets. I'm making notes about the targets and snaps. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's what I like to do. So yeah, I can watch all the games literally the next morning in 1 hour. That said, though, I do like watching the games, especially my Packers. But sometimes they get boring. Usually they do. Asheville. Cool. Yeah, is Asheville cool? Let me know. Let me know if Asheville's cool. Wow, I live in Asheville, NC too. Look at this. You guys got friends here. Everybody's in Asheville. That is why you talk so fast. I get it now. The 2x speed YouTube videos. Yeah, everything I listen to is on 2x. My brain, I don't know if it's just working at a different speed. On podcasts, I listen 2x. Doesn't matter how fast the person talks. Everybody lives in Asheville. Wow. Asheville is rad. Got to hit up Biltmore and Biscuit Head. What's Biltmore and Biscuit Head? Biltmore, is that like that big, I don't even know, house or whatever it was? But yeah, I got to check out Asheville for sure. I'm going to go there soon. We got people sign up. Sal, Asheville is cool as fuck. It got a hipster feel to it. I like that. I've been to Austin. I've been to Nashville. Those are kind of hipstery, and I like them. Daniel Jones, the new Patriots kryptonite. Uh-oh. Where do you go to get your recaps? You just do this. Ready? You do this. NFL scores. Ready? You go NFL scores. And then right here. They're all right here. Ready? You want to watch this game right here? 11 minutes. Bang. Game recap. Ready? You put it on 2x speed. Bang. This one's done in 5 minutes. On to the next one. You do that for 13 games, and you're out of there in an hour and 5 minutes. I take my notes on them, and then I'm good to go. Izzo or Lacoste? Lacoste. Slayton and captain, very risky, but I mean, wide receiver and captain is my favorite spot. Sal, excellent work on the game by game notes on Patreon. Appreciate that, Bama. Yeah, man, that's like the most intense piece I do is the game by game notes. It's like 10 pages on average per week of just every notes about every player that I think is interesting and why I think some are not. And that is like my favorite piece to do because it preps me probably the most, and it obviously then is definitely going to prep you. So that piece right there is at least 10 hours. That game by game pieces on Patreon is at least 10 hours of my 40 per week, probably closer to 15 when it's all said and done. Are you going to watch the game? Tonight, probably not. Look, these Thursday night games, I watch like a quarter. If my Packers play on Thursday night, I watch them. I watch the whole game. I like it. If it's like a game like this, even if it's a good game, I watch like a quarter of it. I'm usually in bed by like 9:30, so I never watch the full game. So if I win a first place showdown slate, I'm not knowing until the next morning, which I kind of like. I used to live in Apex. It used to be a small town. Cary as well back in the 90s. Yeah, I've heard of Apex. I've never been, but I heard there's like a festival. I need to find, hey, people who live in Raleigh in the Cary area, where is there like a good pumpkin patch / hayride place, like a cool one? I want to do something like that this week or next week. 893 watching. Cool. Izzo, not for me. Sal, I think it is a great trip, I think, for a trip. Nice high-end resorts and tons of Airbnb. Great hikes and food for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ping Pong. I'm going to go there then. I hate to ask, Hilliman or Kenyon Drake for my season long? Give me Kenyon Drake. With Saquon out and Jacob / buys, I ran out of backs. Yeah, I feel you, man. I ran out of backs too. My running back depth is thin in one league, and I got Montgomery on a buy, and I have to start like Latavius Murray now. Terrible. We appreciate everything you do, Sal. Thank you. No, thank you, man. Yeah, if you guys can also, I don't want to ask too much of people here, but you'll get entered into a contest. So let me do this quick. You'll get entered into a contest for 3 people will get, and if you leave your fantasy draft name, 3 people will get it, a free entry into the 500K fantasy draft contest. If you just leave a review and rate this podcast, it's just the YouTube videos I make in podcast format. It's just a way to kind of reach more people. So I'm playing 2 different contests. Should I have all lineups be different or have some overlap of the same lineup? Strictly referring to Showdown. I would just use the same lineups, personally. I'm the lacrosse coach at UNC Charlotte. One of the guys turned me on to. Appreciate the stuff you do. If you need anything down here in Charlotte, always let me know. Appreciate that, Nick N. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Lacrosse. That's pretty cool. So you're in Charlotte. Yeah, maybe reach out to me on Twitter. Hit me with a DM, and then maybe if I'm ever in the area, I'll reach out to you for any advice. Maybe catch a beer or something. Catch a beer. Check that one out. Cool. Wow, we've been holding steady. I'll be on for like another 10 minutes, so check it out. Cali here. Yeah, I was in Cali last summer for an internship in Silicon Valley. It was pretty cool. Aaron Rodgersville, NC. Hey, there we go. Slayton or Hilliman on flex? I prefer Hilliman there. Tom Cruise has home there in Asheville. Interesting. Lewis, I'd say, Sal, where's Bobby Boom? I don't know what this man always says this for. On showdowns for cash, is it okay to leave money on the table at 800? That seems fine. Yeah, for cash, you could leave whatever you want. Osmo need you on Sunday morning with Manny and other guys, like your content as well. Yeah, so they reached out for me to be on the Sunday morning live before Lock the Last for the next 2 weeks. Somebody's on vacation, but I just don't have the time. I do my show from 11 to noon, and then from noon to 1, I'm answering Patrons, emails, and Discord stuff, and then I'm finalizing my stuff. So if I had the time, I would. I just don't have the time on Sunday mornings right now. I would have to give up my show on my channel, and I just really like the format that we have here of the Q&A, so I don't want to do that. Is Victor Cruz available tonight? Yeah, and Hakeem Nicks or whatever his name was. I loved Hakeem Nicks. He had a 200-yard game when I had him in fantasy. Became like my favorite receiver for the year. Big New England killer. Maybe he comes out of retirement. I'm looking to get into creating fantasy sports contacts. Thanks for the different tips about how you process. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man. Just the biggest tip in creating content or starting something different than what the norm is of going to the 9-to-5 job. Nothing wrong with going to the 9-to-5 job, but starting something different if you're tired of that is to just start doing it. Start making the content. My first videos, you can go check out my music videos on my YouTube channel. Go check them out. I did those because I wanted to learn about YouTube. They're terrible. My first DFS videos, I was sitting in a chair on my laptop in my dorm. Sitting in a chair. Terrible. So bad. But they get better. The biggest tip is to just start. And then, yes, people are going to start to say, why is that guy just sitting there? My whole senior year of college, my 5th year, I never went out. I never went out at night because if I went out, I might be hungover the next morning and I couldn't get up at 4:30 in the morning and do this. Now it's paying off. So you got to make sacrifices. Sal, with all the research you do, how do you keep information overload from influencing your opinions and decisions? I don't watch other people's information. So I look at objective stats. I look at stats that make sense. I look at injuries that are going to impact the players, and then I make my decisions. I don't watch any content. Right now, I watch zero content outside of listening to a few podcasts. So for the person who asked earlier, I listen to a few podcasts. I listen to Roto World's Roundup podcast once the games are done on Sunday night, just to get an idea of also what happened outside of watching the videos. I listen to some of the Established Run stuff. I did subscribe to Established Run. I'm doing some background work for them here and there. Adam Levitan, Evan Silva, I listen to their podcasts because they're absolutely fantastic geniuses, in my opinion. And then I listen to Pro Football Talk. Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio doesn't talk about fantasy, but he talks about real life things in football. And that's the podcast I listen to for NFL every single week. And then I'll find some here and there. Wow, I'm here at Gillette Stadium, blowing crazy winds, but no rain. Interesting. No real change for me. Maybe a little early, but would you pay up for Boyd or save for Gallup? Why not both? If you're saying one lineup there, man. It depends what you're doing with the rest of your lineup because you're saving a lot. I really like both of those guys this week. I like both of those guys. Boyd's in a much better spot, but Gallup's in a good spot. I would say Boyd, but depends what else you're doing. Page Farms in Raleigh. Naylor, I'm going to screenshot this because I need to know. I need to know that, Mike. Oh, no, don't go away. Mike, can you say that again? It's about to go away. Oh, we got one. Corn Maze. Okay, I screenshotted it. If that's it, I'll DM you, Sal. There we go. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah, DM me. Thank you. You don't wake up and check your score? Hold up. You don't wake up and check your score? No, I wake up in the morning and check my score. But if I'm in bed at 9:30 and the game doesn't end until 10:30, I'll wake up at 4:30 in the morning and then I'll check my score. It's the eyebrows. What's about the eyebrows? When you lived in PA, what area was it? The Scranton area. That's what I'll say about that. What's your record in fantasy league? I have 3 primary fantasy leagues right now. I'm 4-1, 5-0, and 3-2. 3-2 was a heartbreaking loss. I lost by 1 point. Terrible. Hate it. Unbelievable people don't watch the games, says somebody. Man, you think I got all the time in the world on a Sunday? If I sat on for 12 hours on a Sunday, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. I don't have a lot of time to do the stuff that I need to do. So do I watch all the games? Last week I watched all the games because I wanted to make sure I was very prepped and prepared for the Pat Mayo experience. So I watched every single game while I was live on the Red Zone, whatever it was, on my computer, tracking every single game pretty much. But more weeks than not, I watch the Packer game. So there's 3 hours of games. Then the 4 o'clock games usually stink, and then the night game usually stinks. And I don't really have any interest, so I'll watch all the recaps. Edelman or captain are too many owners? Edelman at captain or too many owners? What do you mean too many owners? No, I think he's fine at captain. Do you play single entry contests? Any advice on those? Pretty much single entry contests. Try and build the best cash lineup you can build. Then translate out some players so you have a stack in there, a whole game stack. So a quarterback, his 2 pass catchers from his team, preferably wide receivers. Run it back with a high-end pass catching running back from the other team, or a wide receiver, or an elite tight end. So make sure to stack, but try and build a cash lineup and then incorporate a stack into it so you're automatically different. And that's pretty much single entry. Like your content. Keep it up. Thank you. Think Lattimore is okay tonight? I think he's fine. I watch you every Sunday. Appreciate that. Warren Haynes has a 3-day birthday bash in Asheville and Christmas party. Interesting. Do you think Tom Brady put up 300 plus and 3 touchdowns? Probably not. Probably coming to Raleigh for Tool late November from Athens, Georgia. Been here 4 to 5 times. Nice place. Yeah, it's really nice. Appreciate you, man. You have great insight. Thank you. Yeah, if you're still watching, the 800 of you, I would really, really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button. This month especially, people that subscribe, every 10 subscribers, we're getting $1 donated to this channel to go towards the link down below in this description for a GoFundMe. So check it out. Also, if you donate during stream, if you donate just directly to the link on GoFundMe takes no money out of your donations. Don't worry about it. I went back and I looked. They take no money out. They survive based on people's tips. You can add a 10% tip into GoFundMe. We'll get that. But check it out. Linked up down below. Patreon content. I think there's like 5 Hall of Fame packages left. NBA is going to be starting in November, trying to work through some logistics on the NBA stuff right now. But yeah. And that's about it. The NFL Daily Fantasy course. If people want the NFL Daily Fantasy course, I will do the $100 discount code right now on stream. But I'm not doing it for anywhere else other than Patreon. But for the people watching on stream for the last 2 minutes, if you want it, let me know. I'll throw it in there. Otherwise, it's $150 instead of $50. LOL, I love all my... Yeah, there's so many people from North Carolina here. This is cool. If you guys love a math man. Yeah, I'm not even that much of a math man. I like math, but I know a shit ton about football because I put enough time into it. And really any sport. And then I don't know what it is. I'm like very particular, I guess, but I just like making spreadsheets. Like I like the way this looks. It's satisfying in a way. Probably some other people feel that way too. Why need so low on 2 backs, go low 1? Sal said he didn't want to chill with me and my family, says Jeremiah Evans. I don't know if that was Jeremiah, but somebody reached out saying if they wanted to hang or something. And I was like, man, I don't know. Are you gonna abduct me? I don't know. What do you think of Evan Silva? I think the guy is very smart. I think he knows football. Evan Silva, somebody said, is the man. Yeah, I think he's very smart. He knows football. I'm a Penn State alum. Also, I live in Pottstown, PA, home of the Yingling. Thanks for the great insight. Hey, what's up, my man? We are. Yeah, I graduated last year from a 5-year program, then technically the year before from my normal 4-year. What's the pay structure for YouTube content? So it depends. It depends on your demographic. It's all over the place. Depends on how many ads you put in. I usually put 1 to 2 ads into my videos, as you all know, but that's how I get paid from that. So the pay structure, I have a very good demographic because it's 99.9% males that are on average age of around 35. So that means you guys have money, and my content clearly means you want to spend money. So I usually get paid around $12 per 1,000 views, but if I put a mid-roll ad or 2 ads into it, it's usually $20 per average. It's usually around $15 per 1,000 views. So like on average, my final thoughts video will make like $140, $150 somewhere in there, which is very high. Most YouTube creators will make like $1 per 1,000 views, and then they obviously get nothing. But I have a very lucky, I would say, following of just being very male dominant that wants to spend money and can afford to spend money. Thanks, Sal. Love your content. Appreciate it. Just checking in, Sal. Love these live shows. By any news on inactives for tonight? Rex Burkhead is out. Philip Dorsett is out, and then the entire Giants team is out. But nothing surprising outside of the last couple hours. Lacoste or Izzo? Lacoste for me. Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe Bryant, my man. Brady fade win is crazy. No, I'm going to be playing Brady in very much almost all of my lineups. All right, gang. I think I'm about to bounce. I'll see if anything else is out there. Many thanks. Appreciate it, Eric. Throw it in. I'm gonna put this chart right here into Patreon right now, so you can check out Patreon. Oh, you want me to throw it in? The daily fantasy course? Yeah, I'll throw it in. Here we go. Here's the coupon code for the DFS course. This is only going to be $100 off for the people watching this last minute, so I appreciate you tuning in. There you go. It's in there, so copy it and paste it right now before I end the stream. Otherwise, it's going to go away. Get the course, people. You'll learn a lot, says Chris. Appreciate that, Chris. Subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate that. I meant too many people choosing Edelman at captain. Edelman at captain's fine. I'm not going to have overexposure, but I'll probably have about a third of my lineups. Does your fantasy course come with Patreon membership? No, but if you get Patreon, you'll get the $100 off. It doesn't. My fantasy course is the high level. It's the high level at NFL DFS. It's learning about Vegas. It's learning about making sheets, right? It's learning about formats. It's the high level of my strategy, really, and I'll be adding stuff to it around mid-season, actually. And then Patreon is week-to-week content. It's just week-to-week. It's specific. It's not talking too much about strategy outside of the leverage show tomorrow morning, and then obviously week-to-week game theory, but not talking the overall context of it too much. There'll be talk about that, but specifically the course is there. Nashville, NC, 30 minutes east of Raleigh. In Nashville, North Carolina. Oh, there's Nashville, North Carolina. Wow. Sony Michel over James White? Yeah, slightly. Who is Gilmore guarding? So Gilmore's probably not going to shadow Slayton. I don't think so. So Gilmore primarily, and we can look it up right now. So let's go to PFF. I'll tell you right now who Gilmore is primarily guarding tonight. Let's do this, and then I got to go because I got to build these lineups. So Gilmore is ready. Wide receiver cornerback matchups. Let's go to Gilmore. Gilmore is expected to guard Cody Lattimore tonight, but McCourty has been better this season. And McCourty's actually, that makes sense. So Darius Slayton ran like a 4-something, or like a 4.38, but McCourty coming out of college ran a 4.3. Now he's obviously older, but yeah, McCourty's going to be on Slayton if I had to imagine. Yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I think we're almost at 3,000. We're like 30 away, so that's pretty cool. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. You subscribing is actually going to donate towards the cause this month, so really appreciate that. But yeah, that's about it. Only two guys I watch are Al Smizzle and DFS Sal. Yeah, make sure everybody to hit up Al. I've talked to Al a couple times, but hit up Al. Be like, Sal, let Sal challenge you not challenge you, but play you in the head-to-head. Maybe later in the year. He's probably got a schedule, but hit him up. Somebody just bought the daily fantasy course with that discount. Appreciate that. Cool. Who bought it? Let's see. Adam Jocolette. I don't want to put you on blast there. Sorry about the last name showing. But yeah, appreciate it. If you're watching over on Twitch, appreciate the people who subscribed today with the Twitch Prime. Hit the follow button over on Twitch. Really helps me. Hit the subscribe button here. I'm about to bounce, guys. This was a really fun stream. Really fun. We talked about a bunch of stuff where I can go pick some pumpkins, Asheville, how I make my content. I love talking about that type of stuff. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe in a time where there's not as much hectic NBA season. If you guys want, I could do like a 30-minute, just sort of like Adam Levitan does on his podcast, just like a ask the viewer anything that doesn't have to do with DFS. Obviously, people might not want that, but how I make a business out of this, where I get revenue streams, whatever it might be. Sal, your work on Awesemo. What do you mean my work? What do you mean? What do you mean my work on Awesemo? Is it good? I hope so. What's y'all's Twitter? Just posted it. There's a link. Awesome. There you go. Thank you, man. I'm in NC Triad area. I am too. I'm in the Raleigh area. That's all I'll say though. I don't want to tell you guys where I live exactly. Good show, Sal. Look for me at the top tonight with the Pats D. Yeah, man, I'm going into this feeling very uneasy that I'm not going to have a lot of Pats D, if any, but that's what you got to do. I want to be a little bit different. Hey, look at that. Somebody else bought the Daily Fantasy course. I don't want to put these people's names on blast, but appreciate that. Yeah, I'll drop the Daily Fantasy link one more time. This is a $100 off coupon that is not available anywhere else, and once the stream ends, you won't get it. It's available on Patreon. That's it. And then I will drop the Patreon link right now, and those are that. I'm telling you, it's Slayton. Cool. I hope so. How do I get to the website to get the course? It's linked up down below, David. Linked up down below. I asked Al the other day to challenge you. Yeah, I know. People have been asking him. Reach out to him on Twitter. If a couple of people reach out right now, maybe he'll reach out. Thank you, Sal. And Ask Sal Steam would be kind of cool. Ask Sal Stream. Yeah, I like that. Ask Sal Stream, just kind of like chilling, not much. Yeah. What's your home address, says Big West. Yikes. Good, Sal. Good work. Enjoy the videos and content. Thanks. Good night, bro. Good luck. All right, everybody. Peace out, gang. Appreciate you all tuning in here. My name's Sal Vetri. You already know that. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be back tomorrow on Patreon. Tomorrow morning. I'll be back on Saturday on Awesemo Show. Sunday morning live here. That one dude coming out tomorrow morning on YouTube. Patreon Leverage Show. Sunday morning podcast on Patreon as well. All right. Challenge Awesemo, LOL. Awesemo's a really cool dude. All right. Peace out, gang. Peace. Love doing this. Love you all. Thank you. Peace. Let's somebody win 400K tonight. Maybe it's that guy. We're looking in the mirror right now. If he wins 400K tonight, woo! All right, I got to go.